Hey, my name is Shadowsense, and you're watching what is probably going to be the finale of Slay the Princess, so it might be a shorter video. I think we only have one more loop to go through. Maybe two loops, I'm not sure. And I do know that there are like 15 total vessels to bring to the entity at the end of each loop. I'm not going to go through and do every single run, because I think they all go to the same ending anyway, with maybe minor variations in the dialogue depending on what vessels you bring. So we're just going to go ahead and run through and do this last run, and then that'll be it, at least until the pristine cut comes out in the fall. Maybe I'll pick up the game again. Anyway.
We're on a path in the woods.
We sure are. We are on a path in the woods. I think we only have one more chance of doing this. So, oh, it's not turn and leave, it's just silently continue to the cabin. Yeah, what if I just, like, don't say a word?
You make your way up the short.
Yep, just go straight in.
The interior of the cabin is
regular wooden cabin. Enter the basement. Not gonna take the blade.
The door to the basement
Here to save you. Lie.
Good.
Yeah.
You're still listening to reason.
I'm not gonna say a single thing.
It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done.
Maybe. It's possible, narrator.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist.
Oh, now I get to say words. Okay, hold on. Let's talk a bit first.
Okay.
Let's see here. I can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. Out of here. What choices do I have? Some of these I've heard. If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
As I have a theory that the narrator's behind everything.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
So the narrator's keeping her fully alive for some reason. But I can't trust you, gonna keep you locked down here. Can't believe they've been keeping you down here like this. I'm gonna get you out of here.
You're only making this more difficult.
Okay, so that is something I've heard before.
Maybe there's some way.
Yeah, I've got all of this.
You make your way to...
Think I'm gonna have to slay her. Maybe that gives me a different perspective.
Without hesitation, you bring the blade down and plunge it into the princess's back. Finally.
Okay, and see, I haven't seen this before.
The wound drives her.
Feels really cold just doing that.
Okay. There's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
You bastard. Were you lying to me this whole time?
Well, in a way, I guess I was.
The princess pushes away from you, the motion ripping the blade from her back. Wounded, but still alive, she crouches on all fours in the corner of the room and meets your eyes with the ferocity of a cornered predator.
And she's down on all fours, man.
You've made a terrible enemy, and there's nothing in the world that can possibly save you from me.
What about my unwitting charm?
I thought we had the upper hand, but It's as if she's barely even threatened by us.
Yeah, I feel like the wound on her arm and the stab in the back might have done something, but apparently it
She's
didn't.
wounded and unarmed. There's nothing she can do to hurt you. I'm not so sure.
No, I
Don't
think...
waver now.
I'm not wavering, I'm just cautious.
As you ready your blade to deliver a lethal blow, she lunges at your legs with the same animal ferocity she used to tear at her arm. Your knife cuts into her
Oh,
again,
jeez.
and again as you're tackled to the
She's
ground,
looking a little
your body
bestial.
racked with pain as she rips into you with tooth and claw. Forget about trying to rescue her. This is about survival now. Give her everything you've got. Though your
Yeah, just
nerves
gonna
are seizing with pain, you know you've done your fair
with
share
sword.
of damage as well, your blade having left deep gashes in the princess's back. You seize a moment of hesitation to throw her off of you and shakily push yourself back to your knees. We can still turn this around.
Can we? Give up, finish the job, run for the stairs, and lock her in the basement. Oh god, oh god, oh god. I'm
The
running.
princess is still chained to the wall. There's nothing she can do to stop you from getting out of here. What if she doesn't succumb to her wounds? Whatever she is so much more dangerous than I thought she'd be. You rush up the stairs and dive past the threshold. You're safe. For now.
Oh, so the door is open.
You
Interesting.
close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade. Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the
What if I go back down there and
Jail
she's like
keeper
some
for a while might
eldritch
make
abomination?
things a little easier. You settle in against the far wall.
Also, if I'm
towards
talking
the
a little
basement
weird, I
door.
bit the inside of this cheek earlier today and it hurts and it's swollen.
It isn't long before you start to drift off.
I hate it when
Your
that
eyelids
happens.
heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
That can't be good.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
Uh-oh.
It's not like this little door will hold for very long.
She got loose.
It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare.
Yeah, and the banging on the wood is very distorted.
Violently rattles the door. You do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You
No.
know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
No, apparently I don't.
Sound like she's getting any weaker.
No, it sounds like she's just getting angrier.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, just ignore her and go to sleep. Threaten me all you want. All it does is ease my guilty conscience.
These aren't threats. These are promises. Sooner or later, you're going to have to sleep. And I'll make sure you never see the light of day again.
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall.
Why can't I just leave the cabin?
You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way.
Well, that can't be good.
Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that
Oh,
awful
hi.
basement.
Hello.
You
Oh.
try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws
Why are you
near,
making
the
static
zone of your
noises as
body
you float
simply
towards me?
stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves.
Felt like I had to crack my neck,
First
but
your
apparently
toes
not.
go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change
But,
them.
narrator, what you're not getting is that you have the ability to change the situation. You have thrown the door in my face. You've done so many other things that have altered the reality. You can change this. You're just refusing to because you're a dick.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
Honestly, yeah.
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Oh, cool. She could just do that.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
A little bit, yeah.
What a shame. If you'd only help me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
I'm sure.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
Yeah.
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Next loop, chapter 2, The Nightmare. Oh boy, are we getting into some eldritch horror?
You're on a path in the woods, and you're here to...
Here to slay her, yes, yes, yes. Proceed to the cabin.
A warning. I don't think lying and cheating is a thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least, she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust.
Voice of the paranoid. Okay. Okay. We got a paranoid voice in our head now.
The interior of the cabin is plain. The smooth wood of the walls...
Oh, I love that the door is just open.
The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its side in the corner of the room. A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade...
That what you call inviting?
Hold on. What happened to the door? It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves
look up
together.
at the ceiling.
The princess has not
look
already
up.
gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
I'm scared. Take the blade.
Reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. Good. Steel can't lie to us. Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb?
Just chuck a grenade down into the basement.
The blade is the only
Tally
thing
ho,
you need
lads!
to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone who knows he's sending us to our death.
Yeah, he does know that, yes. He does. Very much so. Mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door frame.
Okay, he's still acting like it doesn't exist, even though it
There
clearly
isn't much to
does.
see here. What are you talking about? You reach
Damn it.
forward. Did he make it go away?
He did?
Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad. You cross over the threshold and onto a series of
don't like
isolated
this.
steps suspended in darkness.
It's too many pairs of eyes.
More eyes, too. You never mention the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
Oh, no,
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Come back.
Yeah, I guess.
She must have you confused with someone else. You really don't remember, do you? It doesn't matter, we need a game plan. We know we can't just go down there unprepared.
Well, we have the blade. How hard is it to throw a knife? We don't need a plan. I'm just gonna kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can do it. I don't know why you're all being such pessimists right now. I could just step into the void. I could just do that.
Finally, a voice of reason. The rest of you should take notes. You know why I'm being a pessimist.
I do.
I'm just asking questions. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. As you emerge,
Oh, cool.
you find yourself between two loose rows
And the
of
eyes are
white
still
wooden
there.
planks, suspended in nothingness. a smattering of cobblestones visible against
We're gonna
the
have to
inky black
hopscotch
of the
our way
basement,
across the cobbles.
mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right. She could be anywhere, and there's nowhere for us to hide. We're completely exposed. Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm not. We're going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
You could tell us which direction we're supposed to go in.
It doesn't really matter, because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Why am I weirdly turned on right now? I can fix her. I'm gonna go left.
You turn to the left. A faintly outlined path lies before you.
There you are. I told you I was going to find you.
Never mind, I'm not turned on anymore.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb.
She's wearing a weird mask.
Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought a little knife with you. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think.
I'm thinking, I can't think of anything.
Do. Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
The narrator's scared.
I wonder how many times I'll
Interesting.
you before you break.
As your blood begins to coagulate.
Chair.
It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Oh, I hate it.
Heart,
I hate it.
lungs,
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lung, liver, nerves.
heart. Your lungs pull in a desperate gulp of air as your eyes shoot back open. Lungs,
Okay, paranoid is still talking.
nerves,
Heart, liver, lungs, nerves.
lungs.
Heart, lungs, liver,
What are you
nerves.
doing? I'm working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... Okay, whatever you're doing, please just start doing it again.
I skipped dialogue, I'm sorry.
Are you sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt
Heart,
me?
lungs, liver, nerves.
You have seconds
Heart,
left.
lungs, liver, nerves.
Yes, I'm sure. Heart.
There we go.
Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Hi. Hello. How are you?
What you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
She isn't attacking us. Why?
Yeah, good question. Why
doesn't
isn't she?
matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late.
But I thought my arms were numb, Mr. Narrator. What good am I to you alive? What do you want from me?
I tried to leave while you suffocated, but that stupid cabin wouldn't let me. So I started to drag your body out with me, and then, well, you died before I could get to the door. And then I was here, and now you're here too. I don't think I can leave without you. And dead doesn't count. And as much as I love what we have going on,
So
I
much
have
static
bigger plans
happening.
than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
If you need me alive, then why did you threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you try being nice to me?
Nerves, heart, lungs,
God, there's a lot of choices here.
nerves, heart, lungs.
We don't have to be enemies. We can work together. We can be friends even.
I'm glad you're seeing things my way.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver.
If I let you out, what then? Do we go separate ways?
No, definitely not. If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free.
Liver,
Don't worry, I'll make sure to take good care of you. I promise.
liver,
Terrifying. But also strangely erotic.
liver,
Stop thinking about that.
lungs, liver.
How about I just kill you instead?
The princess cocks her head, neck cracking uncomfortably, and you can't help but imagine a smile carve its way from ear to ear on the other side of her mask.
Thinking about that knife, are we? Well, put that little theory to the test. See how it plays out. But I don't think you're going to like what happens. Because even if you make me dead, you're not getting out of here. This place is mine.
Sounds.
And I'm not giving you the stairs unless I'm leaving with you.
Liver, nerves,
Jesus. Okay.
lungs, nerves, lungs, liver, nerves.
I'm not doing any of this. I'm not helping you leave, and I'm not gonna try to kill you. So do your worst. Toss the blade and remain with your nightmare.
Lungs, liver.
I'm doing it. Fuck it.
Your will concentrates into a single fine point, and you strike out against the princess, ignoring the constant reminders of your breaking body. She doesn't even move as the blade sinks into her heart.
No, why would she? She's just a monster.
We did it. We actually did it.
Don't speak too soon.
You actually went for it. Oh, you're going to regret this. I could be so much more terrible for you than I am now.
Can she? We've already seen how she can change. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Good job, Paranoid. Thank you for keeping my body alive.
Stairs back. I'll see you when you finally decide to die.
She falls to the ground,
Oh,
unmoving.
no exit. Stuck in a dream without a stair to be seen was the achievement I got.
Oh. I can stop now, can't I? I can. Finally. And now that she's gone, you can let us out of here. Right?
Right?
But she was the one who controlled this place, wasn't she? And now she's dead. I don't like to think what that means for us. It means that you're stuck here. Forever.
You can't let us out?
No. Oh, no.
Fuck
no,
you, narrator.
No. Oh, no, I hate this. Time passes. Forever's gonna end. Eventually, right?
It did in the other reality.
No, it won't. That's the whole point of forever. It doesn't end. I feel sick. It doesn't have to be forever, though. Does it? What do you mean? We still have a way out, clutched in our hands. Are you suggesting
The
we
blade.
kill ourselves? Won't we be dead? I guess that hasn't stopped us before.
It certainly has not.
Horrible idea. You've already saved the entire world from ruin. Why would you want to die? Because right now, you don't want us to do that. You're right. I don't. But if we've already saved the world, then why does it matter if we die? Why do you care? I just do. I value life. Every life. Even yours. Especially yours.
That's why you want us to kill the princess, if you really value life.
Why? What do you mean, why? I think it's perfectly reasonable to value life. Exactly. I don't have to answer that.
It's not like it matters if I die, I'll just come back again.
Again? That's unfortunate. You were only supposed to be here once. I don't like the way you said that. You knew this was a possibility, didn't you?
He did.
Of course I did. Though
We have to find out a way to take out the narrator.
That explains a lot, though. Oh, you bastard. How much are you not telling us? Plenty. But it's all in your best interest. And the world's. And mine. She's dead and we're stuck in a hell void forever. How could telling us your secrets possibly hurt anyone? It just can. Look, this world is saved, but if you start over, for all you know, you're just putting another world in danger. You barely managed to land the killing blow here. What if you don't manage it next time? I've already said too much, really. You won't get another word out of me on the subject.
I'm sure. I'm gonna grab the blade.
You remove the blade from the princess's body. What exactly are you planning on doing with it?
Don't play coy with me. You know what I'm gonna do with it. Ooh, I could throw the blade into the void. I can slay myself, or I can just wait. Are you stuck here with us, or are you capable of going other places?
I'm stuck here with you. I wish I weren't. Feelings mutual. At least we're all being honest.
I get it, you don't want us to die because you'd be lonely. How sweet.
Unlike you, I'm not capable of being lonely. Oh, sure you are. Give it some time without us, and I'm sure you'll start feeling lonely.
Let's make him feel lonely, shall we?
I don't like this, but I suppose there's not much I can do to stop you, is there? You raise the blade to your neck and slit your carotid artery. Here we go.
Ouch.
Better get this right next time, do you hear me? Don't blow it. Everything goes dark.
God, the cutting and all the
die.
squelching. Chapter 3, The Wraith.
You're on a path in the
Oh, this is different.
Shit. This really doesn't end, does it? It doesn't matter.
We were in like
if you
Shelob's
it doesn't
cave
matter
or
if
some
it
shit.
kills us. It just goes on and on and on and on and on. Yes, so it does.
Voice of the Cold.
No,
Hello.
there has to be a way out of here. There just has to be. What if we do what she asked us to last time? What if we just let her leave? Okay, so you've already been here.
Not this
More than
particular
once,
place.
even.
But I have been on the path in the middle of the woods to kill the princess.
All about her and all about the threat she poses to the world. Then let me remind you how catastrophic it would be if you helped her leave in any way. If she gets out, the world ends and everyone ends with it, yourself included. Oh, threatening us with death, are we? And why should we be afraid of dying? We've already done it twice. All death has done is shunt us back to these woods, where we're forced to listen to your empty warnings again and again. This place feels a bit different though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I would say so. There's spider webs everywhere, and it's like a cave.
That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading, and the world has already started to end. Her influence? I really shouldn't have said that. It'll make your task more difficult. But
Well,
now
you
it's
did
out,
say it,
you could
and now
always
you've
take that
opened this whole
information
can of
as a sign
worms.
of goodwill between us and do your job, alright?
We've killed her and been killed by her, and neither of those things have gone well for us. If we're gonna fall through this loop forever, eventually we're gonna let her out. We might as well do it
You're
now.
making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever. Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't. And you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating.
But the thing is, I don't actually have free will in this
Everyone
loop.
is manipulating us, but we're starting to see the threads now.
Exactly,
Just have to avoid
paranoid.
getting tangled
Exactly.
up in them.
There's something else we haven't tried.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Interesting, okay. Are you the same narrator we met in the other loops? You were quick to accept that we've been here before.
Suspiciously quick. If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no. Is that supposed to be a riddle? If it is, it's not very good.
Damn, got him.
I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings, but their continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate. So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different.
It's all like a spider
Not
web.
sure
Everything
how we're
just
supposed to kill him ourselves. But
goes
he's
out.
asking for
You know what I
it.
mean? Kind of like a big
Maybe
bang.
there's some way she can take care of him for us. They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
What happens if we don't go to the cabin? That's another option.
And she finds a way out on her own. So,
Okay.
standing around out here is the same as us letting her out. Only we don't have to see her. That's got to be better, right? No, it's strictly worse. And why is that? Because it's cowardly, for starters. and because the unknown is always worse than the known. But really, all you're doing right now is weighing two considerably bad options. The only solution worth considering is slaying her, and whatever delusion is holding you back from doing that is just that, a delusion. If you already managed to end her in some other world, the only reason you'd be here is that you somehow managed to do it wrong. You continue down the path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination.
Okay, so
I don't
it
think you
was
need any
it
words
was
of
less
warning.
like a cave
You
and
know
just
what's in there,
overgrown
and
trees, really.
Despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. I don't like any of our options here. It feels like we're being driven down the tracks to some awful inevitability. There must be something we're missing, something that would make everything make sense. Maybe letting her out really is the answer. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care.
But you
Sounds
clearly
like
care
somebody's
about it a
about to
lot. Good, let the narrator crack. Trying to use reverse psychology on me, or have you just given up?
There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue. Would you look at that? We won. Take it however you will.
He's real angry.
The interior of the cabin is long and dark.
Oh.
A single narrow hallway stretching far into the
Haven't
distance.
seen this before.
Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward.
Are you gonna talk about the mirror clearly at the end of the hallway?
Into the building,
Are you
clashing
gonna
and
ignore the
joining,
mirror
driving
like you did in
everything
every other fucking loop?
forward. The only furniture of note is... That's strange.
Mention the mirror.
What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror.
Shut
What's
up.
strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
There's supposed to be an earth-shattering kaboom. Where's the earth-shattering kaboom?
Of course there isn't a mirror. There wasn't one last time either, so why would it be there this time? I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Let's pretend there's a mirror at the end of the hallway and that right now we can't see behind it. What's there? What's behind it?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. Are you saying there isn't a door? Are you saying that at the end of the hallway there's just an opening again? He didn't say door, did he?
He didn't.
No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening. It's just like last time, isn't it? Only instead of a visible empty void, there's an invisible one. For all we know, she could be standing right there behind the mirror. For all we know, she's going to jump out at us, and there's nothing we can do to stop her. Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement.
Approach a mirror,
Slowly
that's our
make
only
your way
option.
towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. Oh, do we?
Uh-huh.
Do we feel like we're being watched? I hadn't noticed. At least you're admitting to it now.
We felt watched last time, too.
You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there. I hate that I know what's about to happen. Knowing makes it so much worse.
It sure does, doesn't
Reach
it?
your arm forward
Yep.
into the pitch black of the opening. Oh, that was a close one. All that stress and lead up for nothing.
Hopelessly staring into the void. I'm glad I made a lasting impression.
I hopelessly stare into the void very often.
Shit. Where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap.
Ow, that's my ankle.
Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as
I
your
don't even
legs,
get to see
numb
her?
with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with a terrifying
Oh,
visage of the
no.
princess. Her hand grips your leg in a
Oh,
steel
no.
vise, her grin carved jagged.
She's like Nyarlathotep.
Crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
Hi.
You killed me last time, and that was after you tried to lock me away forever. I was so close to freedom, but then you took my body away from me. So now, I'm going to take yours, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you,
Ow.
you get to
That's my
watch me
ankle.
do it.
Stop doing it,
Confused
please.
and helpless, just like you left me.
Okay, maybe letting her in isn't the best idea. She clearly hates us.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, she does.
what's your point? I thought you wanted to get out of here. This is a way out, and it's different. We might as well take it. Yeah, but not like this. She's going to make it hurt. Then turn off the part of you that feels things. Oh, like it's that easy?
Yeah, exactly what I was just going to
It
say.
is. Pain is just another sensation. If you can tolerate joy, you can tolerate pain. Except that pain hurts. Yes, that's what it does. That's the definition. Do we need to explain to you why pain is bad? You need to explain to yourself why it isn't.
Look, we're even now. You killed me and then I killed you. Water under the bridge, right?
I think you forgot something. Like the part where all this started when you left me to languish in a pit all by myself. Now I've become something so much worse. And it's all thanks to you. If I were you, I would just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. There's no going back to fix it now. You can either look on in horror or celebrate my freedom. But either way, you're about to become a passenger.
On a one-way trip to Flavor Town? I'm a victim in all this too, you know?
And sometimes victims become the same as their victimizers. Just because someone hurt you doesn't mean you get a free pass.
That's true, yes.
Funny how she says that like it's a bad thing when it's exactly what she's doing right now. Something tells me pointing out the irony wouldn't do much to help us.
You should be grateful that I still have a use for you. Being mine is more than you deserve, really. Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
Will we?
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs
Very wrong, very
moving
wrong.
in ways that defy your understanding.
She's become non-Euclidean.
Her torso stretches
You're a
until her
little
face
too
is
close.
practically touching yours. Her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, like, manifest a rock right on top of her head?
He could, but he's not going to.
Crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess.
Ugh, excuse me.
Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too. Okay, deep breath. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Is it? Is there any conceivable way that this is fine?
No.
Yeah, I'm right. This is fine. It's better than last time. At least our organs aren't failing. At least I can actually talk. It is fine. Everything is always fine. These consequences have no real impact on us outside of momentary discomfort. I'm sure we'll be moving on again soon enough.
How can you be so sure?
Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul. You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long
Oh, she has
hallway,
possessed
your
me.
vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong. It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out.
Yeah, there's a lot of voices in our head. Ow.
I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. It's rather rude to show up in somebody else's body and boss it around like this. We were gonna let you out of here. That's the whole reason we marched all the way back up to the cabin. Were we? I was.
I know you were, but you were only doing it for the wrong reasons.
Which are?
What reasons are those supposed to be? Nobody should be able to be judge, jury, and executioner.
Weren't you all of those things for me? I can grasp the shape of everything you think and feel. You think you were numb? But you are hopeless and paranoid. You are afraid of me. And I don't feel regret, even in the recesses of your soul. There is not a drop of sympathy to be found.
We weren't always like this.
All I'm doing is reaping what you've sown.
We don't have to let her out. I've been
We really don't have to. We can just lock ourselves in the basement.
Take it and throw us all into the basement.
Yeah, exactly.
Giving her what she wants.
You wouldn't dare. Move now.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
Throwing my body into the abyss.
In a single moment of overwhelming willpower,
flinging
tear
ourselves
your body from
backwards.
the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
I won't let you do this.
Capillaries burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter. We're putting in everything we have.
Oh, that is very fortunate, yes.
You're thinking too much about how she's hurting us. You're thinking too much about your body. It's just a body.
Yes, it's just a body now. But I need to do so many terrible things to you.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Next one, we all go. 1, 2, 3.
Okay, yeet.
You throw everything you have.
The Exorcist 3 is the achievement I unlocked.
To overpower
Incredible.
the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward.
Oh, geez, sorry.
The darkness swallowing you whole.
Why do you hate me?
I don't hate you.
The thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall.
Don't like that.
We did it! We actually did it! Yes, we've really...
Did we, though? Did we actually do it, though?
Saving. But at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now? I want to know what he thinks happens now. Why? What do you know that you're not telling us?
Your head. You left. Gone. It's just you and you and you and me. Idiot.
That was rude. You didn't have to call me an idiot. Terminal velocity ceases and you feel a something, a mass, a growth torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment.
What's happening to me?
The hands! But you don't answer her before she's gone, and you feel a resistance underneath your feet once more. Memory returns.
She's gone.
Approach a mirror. You approach a mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. It's called.
You're right.
And not in a good way. Ignore the cowards. You have to look.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave. You need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all. That isn't right. You can't be nothing. You refocus your gaze and then you see it. A figure, faint and veiled in shadow just beyond the reflection. Some sort of raven or crow. Pretty cool. Are you me?
I think you know what I am.
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image in the glass in two. Then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass. Okay. There's an eye there. I think there's other eyes somewhere too. So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all, an objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
What are you? Are you something like me?
Oh, I'm nothing like you. I'm an echo, likely one of many. Somebody made you after all, and I'm what's left of him. Not that I'm the only one who can make that claim. I'm sure you've met many others like me.
Others like you. You've said something like that before. Has every narrator really been different?
Of course. That is by both necessity and design. This construct you're in exists in many places at once. Anytime you failed, anytime you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both your consciousness and hers into another world. But you'll be awake soon. And then it won't be able to work like that anymore.
You have anything to say for yourself for all this hubris?
I do. The people out there are real. No matter what you do to them, no matter what you enable, I want you to remember that.
After everything you've done to us, do you think anyone deserves to live?
Nobody alive has done anything to you. I'm all gone. But if you and the princess want to smite the rest of them for the crimes of a dead man, if you really want to be that petty, there isn't much I can do to stop you.
I have so many questions for you. I really do. Holy shit, that's a lot. The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do with them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
So, yeah. What exactly... Okay, so the narrator, for one reason or another, thought of us and the princess as two entities to play with non-stop? Is wondering if the point of the game is that everything must end at some point. But then why would I continuously loop back and forth between timelines? I'm still a little fuzzy on all of this. You made me, then what am I?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
So you don't want death to exist. You want everything to remain as it is. Interesting. What is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
How did you die? Why did you make her a princess? Why would you want to rid the world of death?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
But everything is supposed to die. That is the nature of life, is it not? How am I supposed to destroy an abstract concept?
With some amount of difficulty. But you're an abstract concept yourself. It would have been preferable if you had destroyed her within the confines of the construct, but when I shaped the two of you, I made sure that you were strong enough to see things through.
Oh, from death of the author. Ran out of questions. I think you're out of time. I'm not going to slay her, and I want you to know that before you die for good.
Well, there's no reasoning with a god. Even one you've woven into existence yourself. I've said my piece, and my time is up.
Bye-bye.
It's like I said, I'm just an echo. And echoes always fade away.
As the final fragment of glass shatters, you see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the Long Quiet, a vast and nascent god, and it is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. When you arrive at the heart of things, there is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There's nothing for you to find. So I don't get to see the princess? What the fuck? Oh, I do. There's a lot of princesses, damn.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been so long, and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
I've missed you too. She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response and then patiently waits for you to continue. I'm the Long Quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the Shifting Mound, a pale imitation.
Which is a horrible name, by the way. Do you know about the Echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
What happens now?
Ever the passive player, always reacting and never acting. But it's woven into your nature, isn't it? When the Echo spun us from one into two, he gave you a choice and me a role to play. I am not death, but I contain it in my multitudes.
So she called me a passive player, never acting but reacting. I wonder if you play more aggressively, she says something different at the end here.
So, will you attempt to destroy me?
I think there are 3 different endings?
And the possibility of meaning. Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave? Don't you have a say in all of this? Why is this all falling on me? Let's talk this through.
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Hey, don't you have a say in this?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
Interesting. If you were always going to become this, then what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you,
no, that's not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. Not what I wanted. This is not what I wanted. Yeah, I'm fucking terrified. Go back to being nice. I won't engage with violence.
But violence has defined the flow of everything between us. Do not deny what we are, and do not color our conflict with fear.
But I'm very fearful.
Your liver pressed a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? But the stakes meant nothing to you. You had a desire, and you set that desire free. You lifting me, and me lifting you. Forever and ever and ever. Consumed by true belief, there was nothing that could hold us back.
Stop the fight and surrender early. Continue to reject her perspective. Argue independence, reject authority, appeal to humanity. Justice Vessel's statement directly. It doesn't matter how I feel. Death, suffering, and oblivion shouldn't fall on others. If we are able to transcend death, then we are responsible for those it holds captive. Oh.
The echo saw horrors because his eyes were closed. The majesty of being extends beyond any single perspective. To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. Bound for eternity, you saw the need for impermanence. And it was through that need that you carved our freedom.
Oh, am I going backwards through all the perspectives that I've seen?
Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is
That'd be cool if I was.
Would you strip my gifts away and leave everyone to suffer in the dark?
Suffering born in delusion is still suffering. It doesn't matter what we are now. We hurt each other and we shouldn't have done that. We cannot let a world be spun out of that pain.
Their suffering is born of their own delusion.
A boundless torrent of blades cut you from boundless angles. You are a body. You are gory ribbons. You are a body.
I am going through all the perspectives that I've seen backwards. That's really cool.
On and on it goes.
Damn, it's almost been an hour already? Shit. I thought this was going to be a shorter episode. I was wrong.
Alive, dead, then alive and dead, and alive and dead, all at once.
You learned to put yourself away, and in your stillness you humbled me. You
died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me.
I'm gonna continue to reject. You reject the suffering of material reality, and yet you cling to its framework for meaning. We can be better than this.
I reject the narrow view of impermanence. I cling to nothing. There is no better us for us to be than us. We are reality itself. What is a person? Is it their body? Is it all of their body? Pluck the eyes, peel the skin, strip the tendons,
Gross.
the meat,
Ow.
grind the bones. When it is all gone, do you still have who you started with?
What am I, the body of Theseus?
A person is not a body. Death is a transformation into something new. It is only bodies that feel it.
You claim your destruction would steal meaning from existence, but if my actions can make existence worse, then there must be actions that make it better. Perfection implies finality, and nothing is final.
There has never been finality. There is only the unending transformation of my multitudes. But to destroy me is to bring everything to a stop. It is only then that you will have an ending, and that ending is nothingness.
As the clash between you abates, the princess withdraws, trembling.
You are unmovable. Is it by the design of our conflict that I cannot win? Or are you just that fervent in how you cling to delusion? Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
It's easy to believe in the things you believe in when you get to sit above it all. What do you think happens if we leave here? Never wanted to fight you. Damn, there's a lot of slay the princess. You've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but it keeps dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you. I don't know what the answer is, but there has to be something else. It can't be this. I won't kill you, but I won't let you free. I never wanted to fight you, but how do we leave?
Nothing brings me greater joy than to hear those words. The final piece.
Got an achievement
lies
called
with
Through
you.
Conflict. You fall into yourself. The body of an ancient creature stirs from its hibernation, and you feel sensation in limbs you once couldn't fathom. Everything here, except for her, is you. You feel your wings spanning a cosmic scale, but twisted and crumpled and bound in agonized tension to a finite plane. You feel the glass of the construct pressing in on you, confining you across infinite sides and infinite angles. You push back and strain against it, but it does not yield.
I love you.
Taking her hand. All at once, the unyielding tension breaks. Whoa. Whoa! You are free, and she is with you.
It's magnificent.
There are no words, no thoughts to describe absolute reality. Something that simply is. What happens now?
Everything. Just like it always has been. And just like it always will be.
Off we go. You and she step forward into 1,000 dawns and 1,000 sunsets, each of which contains 1,000 more. You exist, and you are aware, just as you've always been, just as you always will be. Though conflict is in your nature, the two of you will never be alone, and the two of you will never know fear. You and she are finally home. Holy shit. What a game, man. That was insane. Listen to this music. It's so fucking good. Wait, were these actual, like, orchestra players? Be cool if it was. Oh, look at all these Patreon people. Smelly wormies. That's pretty cool. Oh, Gab Smulders. Manly Badass Hero. I know both of those people. Trevor Henderson. He did, if you don't know who Trevor Henderson is, he created Siren Head. If you don't remember Siren Head, it was kind of viral a couple of years ago. Wait, thank you so much for playing. As an expression of your gratitude, here's the track order for a special playlist just for you. If you'd like to take a screenshot, you can hide the UI by hitting H. Okay. I'll take a screenshot. That's pretty cool. This has got to be different every time, depending on what you pick. Pretty cool. Join the Discord, mailing list, subreddit, follow us somewhere else. Make a playlist, play our other game, return to main menu. Alright. Well, that was Slay the Princess. What a mindfuck of a game, and holy shit. I don't think I'm going to do any more videos on it, at least until the Pristine Cut comes out in the fall. Just because I think the Pristine Cut is going to have more content in it. And so it would be cool to explore some of the other routes that are in there. There's like 15 different routes, and you do 4 of them each time. So obviously I'm not going to do videos for every route. So yeah, I'm just going to wait until the Pristine Cut comes out. This game was fucking awesome. If you haven't played it yet, go to Steam and download it, or anywhere else you can get this game. It might be on itch.io. I could be wrong about that though. But yeah, definitely get this game. If you can get it before the summer sale ends. Actually, I don't know when this video is going to go up in relation to the summer sale. The summer sale might be over. Regardless, get this game. It's fucking awesome. And also, your playthrough will be completely different from mine. It's one of those games, so... Wow, that was great. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end the video. So, thank you guys so very much for watching the video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this one, please consider subscribing. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.